Hi guys, it's Coach Allie. We have a really exciting workout for you today. It is training for the Murph workout. If you don't know what that is, it is a workout that we typically do on Memorial Day to honor Mike Murphy, who was a Navy SEAL who died in Afghanistan in 2005, paying the ultimate price with his life for our country. And we like to honor him and all of our other veterans and those who have died in battle on Memorial Day. However, the workout that we do, Murph, is very hard. And so I came up with the idea to try to put in a little bit of training if you're inspired to do that workout on Memorial Day. This workout is for you. It is just a small piece of what we would do on Memorial Day. It's good training. We're going to start with the warm-ups, jumping jacks and marching, and then two new drills that we have to improve your running. One is called the A skip and one is called the B skip. I'm going to go ahead and have Christy, Coach Christy's here with me today, demo that A skip. So she's driving that knee up, trying to keep the foot pretty close to the hip when it lands, and she's using those arms to pull the leg up as well, very actively. Thank you for that, Christy. And then Amy's going to go ahead and she starts her A skip and she's going to go ahead and move on to the B skip. You're going to see that as the knee drives up, when she brings the leg down in a backward pulling motion, she extends the leg out and lands that foot right back under the hip for the B skip. So that's more effectively going to activate and stretch your hamstring in the B skip. Now, these might not be the most coordinated movements, but that's the benefit of being at home. A good time to practice things that you don't want to do in front of other people. So let's go ahead and get started. Your first set of warm-up is 30 seconds of jumping jacks in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. So I have, like I said, I have Coach Amy and Coach Christy with me here today. That I'm through. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Yeah. So you guys have about 15 more seconds. We're going to go into marching. So I want you to think about marching as that preparation for the A skip, really driving the knee up and using the arms to get an active march in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch over to the march. Good. So what we're going to do, we're doing this for 30 seconds, you guys at home. Then we're going to start to add the skip. Okay, you're only going to do the A skip for 15 seconds. So really just kind of a practice move to try to see how it feels. And the coaches are going to be doing that with you so you can follow along. If you're like, wait, what? It might look easier to do than your body actually does it. Go ahead and skipping, guys. A skip, go. 15 seconds. So if you can skip, you can run. This is perfect training for running. Good. So you want that foot to land right under the hip so it's not traveling too far out. Go ahead and transition to B skip, guys. As the knee comes up and as it comes down, the leg extends. It's a backward pulling motion that you really want to practice for running. Good. All right, let's regroup and go back to jumping jacks. 30 seconds. 3, 2, and 1, go.
You guys can feel free to laugh at us on those A skips and B skips while you're trying. We're trying too.
Now, I didn't, when we sign up for all of these workouts, the coaches don't really know what they're getting when they sign up. So, it's not like we have Coach Eddie here, marathon extraordinaire, doing the running here. 3.
Yes, you put me in this instead.
Start marching, guys, marching with those powerful knee drive up. It's funny because I don't think Christy even likes running.
No, I don't. So when you said, if you can skip, you can run. So I'm like, so if I'm having trouble skipping, then it all makes sense.
Speaking of skipping, let's get ready to go to the A skip in 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that knee up, good. So stay fluid with it, guys. You want to really have still good posture, coordination if possible. Give me about 5 more seconds. Then we're going to go into that B skip in 3, 2, and 1. So, you guys at home, this is going to come back in the workout. So if it feels a little funky, good news. You have time in the privacy of your own home. So coaches, put with me, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to do Jefferson curl to a PVC dislocate. So if you have a broom, go ahead and grab that now. We're going to start with the Jefferson curl, tipping the chin down, letting that spine fold forward, dropping the crown of the head, and then peeling your spine back up as you roll up towards the ceiling, and then go ahead and add that PVC dislocate, and then go back into the Jefferson curl. Go ahead and make that active, Amy, as you roll that spine up. Good. You guys are here for a minute, so you're just going through the Jefferson curl, a good spinal stretch, tucking that chin, stretching the back of the legs, and then really opening up the shoulder in your PVC dislocate. We have 30 more seconds here, guys. And then you won't need that broom again or whatever you guys are using at home. Maybe you have a PVC pipe. You're lucky. I don't have one of those. I'm using broom. 20 more seconds. Take that time. Make sure that when you're in that Jefferson curl that your knees are not locked. You want to have a little bit of a bend in the knee, especially as we are warming up here in reset. Don't want to stretch too much beyond what you're ready for. All right, guys, you can go ahead and finish where you are right there. You're going to come into the half kneeling position for hip flex or stretch. So feet in neutral position, one foot in the front and then in the back. Go ahead and squeeze that glute and then start to glide the hips forward. Good. Keep the chest up. You should feel that stretch in the front part of the hip, really accessing that iliacus. And then we want to hit that psoas. So go ahead and lift up the arm on the same side as the back leg and then do that lateral reach up and over. So you're really starting to hit the iliopsoas there, and we are breathing with our diaphragm. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. That inhale really accentuates that stretch. 10 more seconds, guys, then we're going to switch that lead leg and going into the opposite side for the stretch. All right, time. Go ahead and switch sides, really focusing on that breath. Squeeze your glute, glide the hips forward, feeling that in the front of the hip. Add that lateral reach when you are ready and make sure that you are breathing. I cannot emphasize enough how much to practice diaphragmatic breath. Speaking of running, if you can really focus on practicing proper diaphragmatic breath, you're really going to help that aerobic endurance for running. And we're not really doing running outside today, but for those of you that are quarantined and need to get outside and have started running, practice that diaphragmatic breath. Almost there, guys. Go ahead and come down into quadruped position for cat-cow. So hands under shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhaling as we start to slightly tip the tailbone up and look forward. Good, that's into your extension, and then blow that air out as you round the spine, separating the shoulder blades. Good, into that flexion. Good. So just go ahead and roll through that about 5 more times. Taking your time, making each part of that purposeful. Can't really hear them breathing, but I know they are.
I'm breathing, I promise.
Good. Practicing what they preach. So we were getting about 6 total of those cat-cow, and you will then stay in that quadruped position as we transition to the quadruped hip circle. Nice. All right, guys, when we go into the quad hip circle, you're going to lift that leg out like you were going to do the fire hydrant, and then you're going to roll that all the way back behind you, trying to keep that from tipping over into that other glute. So only going with the range that you feel for that hip mobility. The leg lifts out, and then the leg circles back, trying to keep that foot flexed if you can. Let's go ahead and add 3 more there, guys. Should be about 8 per side. 1 more. And switch. Now, if you guys at home are like me, one side always feels a little bit worse than the other, or you could look at it glass half full. one side always feels a little better than the other side. So you're kind of finding what parts of the body might not operate the same way here, but trying to make sure that we can fully warm up and get ready. You guys, we're going for 8 of those on each side. And then we're going to transition to active scorpion, where the chest is going to go ahead and come down onto the floor. And those arms are going to be into that T position. So as soon as you're done with those hip circles, we will go right into active scorpion. Good way to open up both in the chest and in the hip. If you don't have to swing the leg all the way over, you could just roll if that doesn't feel good to you. But make sure that you're really pushing that palm and forearm down into the mat to really activate and stretch through the chest and in the front part of the shoulder. Did anybody count, coaches? Are we counting?
I'm the worst counter, Allie.
Okay. Perfect. Great. So let's even out, add 2 more per side. Good. I like how these coaches are taking their time through this. You can see that it's not active doesn't mean that they're just flipping side to side. They're really taking that extra pause to get that stretch. Good. Evening out those sides, guys. We're going to go cobra down dog. So go ahead and push the chest up, opening up. The collarbone is wide. Inhale there, tip back into downward dog when you are ready. Good. Good stretch for the back of the leg. Also feels really good for the spine. I'm a huge fan of downward dog every single day. I couldn't think of something that would feel better for me than just climbing out of bed, a little bit of child's pose, cobra, down dog. I don't always have time for it, but I wish I did. That alarm clock hasn't been going off recently, but life's going to get back to normal and it's going to get back into the hustle and bustle. So I kind of enjoy it right now. When you guys go ahead and add 1 more cobra down dog, we're going to go to scap push-ups. So you can come back into FLR position. You can modify that on your knees if you need to. And the coaches are going to show that they're going to just be moving the shoulder blades. So protraction and retraction of those shoulder blades. The elbows are not bending, so they're staying in that pretty much good locked arm position. Just trying to warm up through the shoulder blades, keeping that core activated. If that doesn't feel good to you at home, go ahead and bring those knees down. You can certainly stay. Thank you for showing that, Amy. Stay in a good postural position of the back, making sure that you're not dipping too far into that. 2 more, guys. And then we're going to go into a Spider-Man position and add that T-spine rotation. So go ahead and bring 1 foot forward. And then we'll hold that position. Give that a good stretch if you want to. Just open up that chest. Feel that all the way through the hip. I literally could stay there for several minutes to stretch my hips. But we'll go ahead and move on into our T-spine rotation. So go ahead and add that with the hand behind the head. So you're going to bring that elbow down and then drive that up towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and do 6 on each side. Make sure that you're breathing here, guys. Looks great.
I'm breathing, Allie.
I'm pretty jealous as I sit here and coach that you guys get to go through this workout. But I did do the workout already a couple days ago just to make sure that it flowed. So hopefully you guys agree. You're my guinea pigs. Yep, good. So again, 6 per side, Spider-Man T-spine rotation. Trying to get through that readiness portion because we are almost moving on to reactive. What we have left is just a little bit of bear crawl, okay? So when you guys are done with your 6 per side, Spider-Man T-spine rotation, start moving right into that bear crawl. It's really just such a good primal movement to add in right before we hit reactive. A lot of people will say that they don't like bear crawling. Maybe it's because the backward motion can make you lightheaded, but it really is one of the first movements that we learn as human beings. And so it makes a lot of sense to use that as preparation for our workout. It's good movement patterns that you don't want to forget. Go ahead and guys add your forward and back, and then go ahead and bring it on up. We're gonna go into reactive. I lie, actually, we're going down to the floor. Reactive is going to be 3 minutes of Superman W pulls. Amy, go ahead and show me that. Superman W pull. She's gonna lift all the way up into Superman. She's gonna draw all those elbows back towards her hips, keeping the legs up the whole time. We're only gonna do 3 of those, okay? And then Christy, go ahead and show me those alternating shoulder taps. There's only going to be 6 total. So she's up in FLR, and she's going to just bring that hand quickly up to the opposite shoulder, 6 total. And then we'll move on to 8 glute bridges. Amy's down onto the mat. She's placing those feet down. Good. So she's just gonna lift and lower those hips and pushing through the heels for the glute bridge. You guys are gonna keep going through that for 3 minutes. My job is to keep track of time and keep reminding you what your reps are. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, starting. 3 Superman pulls. 3, 2, 1, go. So after you are done, you're gonna pop right up for 6 total alternating shoulder taps. We are really trying to mimic how to get into this Murph training. Christy's moving on into her 8 glute bridges. 8 glute bridges. So again, Murph has pull-ups, push-ups, and squats in combination with running. So we're trying to activate those muscles, but not do the exact same exercise. So that's why we have those W pulls, imagining like you're doing a pull-up here. You really activate your back muscles. Going into then your 6 total FLR shoulder taps and 8 glute bridges. So those Superman W pulls, you can actually make yourself sore if you're really activating properly. I mean, we're not just flinging the arms back. We are pretty much pretending that we are pulling the nose up to a pull-up bar, even though we don't have one. Some of us do, like Christy in her house, which she'll be using for the workout today. You guys are just about halfway, so I want you to keep rolling through those exercises. 3 Superman W pulls, 6 total alternating ab, and 8 glute bridges. Now, for you guys at home, I'm going to have a video, or you should already have seen that, with some pull-up variations to do at home. Not everybody has a pull-up bar. So there is a really good video that shows all of the different options. Hopefully you've watched that already and you have decided what you're going to do in the workout today for your pull-up option. We don't have as many options at home for pulling exercises, but we still need to practice them. Guys, 1 minute. 1 minute left. Are we feeling warm?
Yes.
Yes.
Feels good.
We're gonna dive right into that first set for Murph training. So I wanna make sure that you guys are ready and feeling what we want everybody at home to be feeling right now. Good, so 40 seconds. Keep rolling through those exercises. 3 Superman pulls, 6 alternating shoulder taps, and 8 glute bridges. We are breathing here. Still a good opportunity to make sure that you're taking deep breaths, that you're not holding your breath, especially on the Superman pull when your belly is on the floor. That's very common for people to just hold their breath through that, especially for 3 reps. Don't do that. I do not approve of that. Hang in there, guys. 10 more seconds. Finishing, probably just finish on your glute bridges there. It's just perfect timing, coaches. I'm so proud of you. Good demos. Time, guys, that's your 3 minutes. So you should be ready now to move into our set. This is how it's gonna roll. We are going to do 3 pull-ups, 6 push-ups, and 8 squats. You see what I did there? The same numbers that you did in reactive. So it should be like locked in your brain. 3 pull-ups, 6 push-ups, 8 squats. You're gonna have 1:15 to do that. I want to encourage you to weight your squats if you can. Dumbbells, whatever, a jug of water, I don't care. A bag of dog food. I got 30 pounds right next to me. Weight the squats because it'll make the Murph event easier. You're gonna have a minute 15. In the rest, when you're done with squats, you're going to need to stay active. Our coaches are going to demo that. FLR holds, you could go into a squat hold. They're gonna, mountain climbers, they're gonna be showing whatever they can come up with to stay active between each set, or you rest. Do what feels good for you. So are you guys ready to start?
We're ready.
Yeah.
So we have 4 sets of this, starting with pull-ups, moving to push-ups and squats. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're moving through all of the reps, 3 of the pull-ups or pull-up variation. Amy's doing her Superman pulls. You then go into the push-ups, 6 of them. You can modify on your knees, but I really want you to try to get as many off your knees as you can because this is training, okay? Then into the squats. Weight the squats if you can. Really try to load there. When you're done with all 8 and you're getting good depth and good form, stay active. Good, so Christy hit that about 35 seconds in, so she's actively working here. Just way to keep that heart rate up. Perfect. So what we're looking at here, guys, is about 25 seconds left before we return to the pull-up. Feel free to add your active rest for whatever feels good to you at home. And then maybe about 5 seconds before the set starts again, you can go ahead and pause and regroup. All right, guys, we are gonna have about 5 seconds. Get ready to go back into the pull-ups for set 2 and go. So 3 pull-ups, 6 push-ups, 8 squats. Again, what I want to tell you guys at home is at the end of this workout, you would have done 30 pull-ups or 30 pull-up variations, 60 push-ups, and 80 squats. And we're gonna combine that with some running drills for some cardio.
Woo!
How's that feeling, guys?
Feels good. My heart rate's up.
Yeah, same.
Good. I want you guys to keep that good form. I love it. Good depth. Knees are out in those squats. Really good opportunity to show our clients at home that you don't have to fly through these. Do it with good form. Great. And then Christy opted for mountain climbers here, which is perfect. Amy's going to go ahead and run in place. Going with the theme today, adding a little bit of run training. You guys have 15 seconds left before set 3 begins. We are on set 2 here. We're doing 4 before we take a quick break. 5 seconds left. Get ready to transition for your pull-ups. Perfect. Ready and go. Minute 15 is the total for our set here. Should be just the right amount of active rest before you go back to the pull-ups or your pull-up variations. Again, the numbers are 3 pull-ups, 6 push-ups, 8 squats. There really is no tempo on that squat, but you know, we're kind of used to it at the gym. That 3 count down, just use that as training if you need to. Good job, guys. We want our training event to be enough that when you actually show up to an event, whether it's a 5K or a half marathon or whatever, that it actually feels good. Not that you've used the right preparation and the right training. Perfect. Oh, Amy on the squat hold.
Woo!
She's in the FLR hold. Perfect. You guys are rock stars. Perfect. So you guys have 10 seconds left and we're going to go into our 4th set. How's it feeling so far?
It's burning.
Time. Go ahead and make your way back to your pull-up. Christy rocking out the pull-ups. I love it.
She's amazing.
She did like 13 in a row on video the other day.
It was not bad.
Well, you got these 3 pretty easy, I assume. Good. So guys, this is our 4th set. So you're gonna weight your squats and then stay in the active rest. Isn't that funny how we call it rest? It's just like a word that coaches like to use, which means you don't really get to
It
rest.
sounds good.
I'm actually resting right now, sitting on a stool. All right, guys, hang in there. 20 seconds, staying active whenever you finish your squats. Perfect. Christy, going back to those shoulder taps, which we did in reactive. Good way to stay active through the shoulder and the chest. 5 seconds. Stay with me, guys. Almost there. And time. Now, you guys are going to get a full minute to just rest, okay?
I like that.
Rest, grab water, actually rest, okay? What we're going to be moving on to next, guys, is some running drills. So it's going to be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and there's going to be 5 exercises. So most of them, you know, we've practiced them. The first one is just running in place. I mean, like, you can't mess that up. Just wherever you are, just practicing that you're running. We're going to then move on to butt kicks. Pretty common. We do that at the gym on the turf all the time. And then we're going to go on to lateral skaters. So let's get one of my coaches. Christy, you want to show me those lateral skaters? You want to make sure that you're loading that hip. The leg doesn't need to fling behind you or tap the floor, but she's trying to really stay into that jump, that lateral side-to-side jump, to load the hip, but not sink into that hip capsule. And then, guys, back to the A skip and the B skip. So we'll have A skip for 30 and B skip. So we are going to go right into it because that's a minute. First up, guys, go ahead and run in place for 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1, go.
I'm starting to do the skips already.
It's like muscle memory. I love it. So guys at home, running just quick feet. You don't want to be landing on your heel. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start working in some plantar fasciitis recovery on Sundays. We want to stay light on the ball of your feet. You guys are going to have rest in between your running drills here and time. So I call time there, coaches.
Oh, good.
Good. Extra second. So you guys at home, we're on rest here. So get a drink of water, walk around, whatever you need. But what I need you to do in the set is earn the rest. So I want you working hard enough in the 30 seconds that you are very winded. You guys ready? We are going to butt kicks in 3, 2, and 1, go. Good. So you want to use the running drills for the purpose that they serve. You know, they should be pretty intense in that 30 seconds that you want to stop. That you're not just going to be kind of like hanging out there for a couple of minutes. Good, almost there. Stay with it. 3, 2, and 1. That time, go ahead and grab a quick rest. Walk around, water if you need it. Heart rate should be up, guys. I want you to start feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 that you're pushing into an 8, 8.5. Okay, working hard enough that you are starting to get uncomfortable with the heart rate. Okay, so really push your intensity in the running drill. We have lateral skaters next, guys. We're going to start that in 5 seconds. So make sure you have good form here. 3, 2, and 1, go.
Christy, do you feel uncomfortable?
A little bit.
She's like, maybe I can push a little bit harder. I know that's what you were going to say, Christy. Wait till she gets to the B skip.
A little bit is not
Exactly. I have to save a little in the tank for that.
Save a little for the B skip for Bobo. All right, guys, that is 30 seconds. Go ahead and return to your rest here. This is actual rest, okay? So get your heart rate back down, catch your breath. I almost said catch your heart rate. What does that even mean? Oh, my word. All right, so the next drill is your A skip, okay? So going back to what we did in warm-up, it's just really just driving the knee up in the skipping motion, and imagine that the arms are lifting the legs up, that they are active in that exercise. Ready and go. You want to land right under the hip, so don't let that foot travel too far outside of that body box. Perfect. And then we want power here. Can we get any vertical height on that skip? That's why we're only doing this whole set once before we go back to our pull-ups. So use that opportunity for power and jump. Good. That's time.
So, Allie, you asked us to wear red, white, or blue, and I told you I didn't have any. But did you notice what I did?
You have camo on?
Stars.
Oh, okay.
Right.
First stripes.
See, you guys notice my flag in the back? I had my husband. Yeah. I love a theme.
Stars and stripes.
Guys, B skip and go. Ready for B skip and go. Stars and stripes, red, white, and blue. Of course, we don't expect clients to be dressed in theme for the workout. Of course, if you did, I love it. I have red on. You wore red. Any good opportunity to honor the country. Good, guys. Stay in that B skip. Almost there. Starts to fatigue at the end, I know. And that's time. Good. So, you guys at home, that was our first set of running drills. There will be more fun there later. You are on a 1 minute rest. Bring that heart rate down. We're going to go back into our Murph training. So 4 sets, pull-ups, push-ups, squats. Whatever you did in that first round, I want you to think if you can maybe work a little bit harder. If you need to add maybe a few more push-ups off your knees, can you pick up a heavier weight for your squats? How does that pull-up variation feel to you, okay? So we're gonna do this again, 4 sets, 1 minute 15, also known as 75 seconds.
You need to get heavier weight, everyone.
There you go, Amy. All right, guys, 15 more seconds of rest, and I'm gonna start that clock. Are we feeling ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay, find your pull-up variation spot. We are getting ready to start in 3, 2, and 1, go.
I love this pull-up variation, Alex, because I've been dealing with tendonitis in my elbow. I can't do regular pull-ups. This is great.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because I think everybody needs to find what works for them. Also, a good option is adding a band. So if Amy had a band that was like maybe hooked on to somewhere in her garage, she could actively pull that back to add a little bit more tension, or you could hook that to a door frame. There's plenty of options for pull-up variations without actually having a pull-up bar. And truth be told, they can make you sore. So, we want to explore that. Going into your active rest, guys, when you have finished your squat, so be hitting it in that squat hold. Amy on the mountain climbers. Good. So you guys have 20 seconds. That is set 1. We have 4 total sets of this. So stay with your active rest and keep that body in it for the win. 5 seconds left. Transition over for your pull-up option. Ready and go. So we sometimes say at the gym every minute on the minute. How do you do every minute on the minute 15? Like, there's not an acronym for that. Every minute 15 on the minute 15. I'm gonna have to think about that. Skip that. What are you using as weight there, Christy? How much weight do you have?
These are 15.
Nice. So she's rocking that total 30 pound. Love it. Keep in mind, guys, at home, Murph doesn't weight on the squat, so you're doing yourself a favor here by weighting your squats. Building that leg muscle. You guys are 45 seconds in. That's 30 seconds left. Starting to add in that active rest. Finishing up set 2 of 4. I actually have to keep track of this because when I practiced this workout at home, I could not keep track of my sets by myself. So I'm trying to keep track of it for you.
I bet you did extra though, didn't you?
I think I did, yeah. No, I think I did 5. Transition for your pull-ups in 3, 2, and 1, go. You know me, Christy. You know I wasn't sure if I was on set 3 or set 4. So I was like, well, I have to add another one because if I was on set,
I figured.
yes, you don't sell yourself short.
Only cheating yourself.
That's right. I take that personally when I cheat myself. Good. 3 of the pull-ups, 6 of the push-ups, 8 of the squats. And guys, we're gonna try to add another workout like this a little bit closer to actual Memorial Day, and it'll get a little bit harder. So I really want you to think of this as training for an event. This is supposed to be fun, but also purposeful. You guys have a little bit less than 30 seconds. We're gonna go into set 4. How's it starting to feel?
Harder.
A little bit
Yeah, keep harder.
Good. 15 seconds. You'll be finishing up set 3. Oh, I love it. The squat hold gets me every time. I'm so glad that's you and not me.
It burns so bad.
And find your pull-up option in 3, 2, and 1, go. This is set 4. So you are gonna finish this set and we're gonna go back to the running drills. Good, so 30 total pull-up options that we had in the set today, 60 push-ups and 80 squats. If you opted to do some of those push-ups off of your knees, you're just starting to add that good practice. You only really get good at push-ups off your knees if you do push-ups off your knees. I mean, there's really no substitute for it. Almost there, guys. But I do want you to finish your active rest before I call time. Whenever you're finished with those squats. 30 seconds left. The time we did it, the first set in the first round, I know that you guys finished with a little bit more time left in the minute 15. This is just proof to those guys at home that coaches start to feel it too. They're staying in good form, but you can tell that, you know, this round is getting a little bit harder. Almost there, guys, 5 seconds. And time. Okay, so it's like deja vu. We get to go back into our running drills. We are going into running in place, butt kicks, lateral skaters, A step, B step. 30 seconds of each with 30 seconds of rest. And what kind of intensity, coaches, do I want on the 30 seconds of work?
8, 9, 10.
Well, 10, wow. Give me a 10.
8, 9, 10. 8 at least.
I was looking for an 8.47 out of 10.
Okay.
All right, you guys,
447, you got it.
show me what you got. In 3, 2, 1, run in place, go. So it's different from the skip, but that muscle memory will come back a little bit as we've been practicing our skipping today. But we are here for 30 seconds, pumping the arms, staying quick on the feet. Good, 10 more seconds. Very nice, very nice. Get that heart rate up, keep the intensity all the way through. And time. Good, now take that chance to rest so that you can work to an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. As we move on, we're gonna go to those butt kicks.
Kristen, that just looks like an 8.25. You need to pick it up just a little bit.
Yeah,
Hey,
I was thinking the same.
watch it.
All right, guys, almost ready. We're gonna go into those butt kicks at the top of this minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, go.
I think Amy was an 8.24, so
Of course I was.
Well, what were you then, Christy?
I was an 8.25, she said.
Oh, so we're getting competitive here.
I told her she needed to pick it up a little bit.
I dig it, I dig it. You guys almost there. Keep moving, keep moving. 2, and 1 time. Great. I just like you guys to keep talking as you're doing the cardio, just so that our clients at home can see you getting super winded.
Yeah. There's not a lot of talking going on because it's hard.
Oh, I'm going to keep you talking. Don't worry. Guys, lateral skaters are next. So that's going to be for 30 seconds, making sure that you load the hip properly. Don't sink into the outside of the hip. Ready? In 3, 2, and 1, go. Keep the effort high. You don't have to have a wide lateral movement. You can keep it kind of short and within your control. You don't want to fall out of that. Good coordination. I like what you're doing there, Christy. Nice and quick on those feet. Stick with it. 5 more seconds. And 9, good. All right, guys. Now we are going into our A skip, everybody's favorite.
Yes.
Yes. Well, Christy's favorite's the B skip. We're gonna go in about 15 seconds, and I want you guys to use, this is our last set of running drills. So I want you to push yourself on the intensity for the A skip. It really is more like a warm-up drill, but we're using it to stay active here. Ready? And go. You can see both of our coaches have pretty hard floor that they're landing on. And so you do want to make sure that you're staying pretty soft on your landing and that you guys are protecting the ankles and the knees, the hips. Hang in there. Listen. 3, 2, and 1. Good. 30 seconds of rest here. We're going to finish with the B skip. Okay. If you at home are feeling very uncoordinated on the B skip, we can't see you. Okay. We have no idea. We don't know what you're doing. We hope.
What about me, Allie? What about me?
I mean, I wasn't calling you out specifically, but everybody watch Christy on this B skip. Okay. 2, and 1, go. I mean, if you ever were like, how come they always make it look so easy? Now's the chance to really look at your TV screen.
Thanks, Allie.
It is not easy.
B skip is really a lot of coordination, but you guys are doing a great job. And you're not done yet, so stay with it. All the way, all the way. 3, 2, and 1. Christy, you don't have to B skip anymore today.
It's never good when your boss tells you you kind of are resembling the rhythm of a rockette. You're supposed to be not looking like a rockette.
Real said it's less of a kick and more of an extension. Okay.
Christy, you're a dancer. Dancers dance.
Yeah, so let's finish one more mini round of pull-up, push-up, and squat training. This is going to be just sets. So 2 sets of that, but instead of 1:15, you only have 1 minute. So there's not a lot of rest, but you're only doing it twice. Okay? You guys with me?
Yep.
All right, so ready for our pull-up option. You have 60 seconds to get in 3 pull-ups, 6 push-ups, and 8 squats. Amy's grabbing her weight. Are you ready?
Wait.
Here we go. 3, 2, and 1, go. So 2 sets of this, guys, and then we will talk about our finisher. So hopefully we're starting to feel, with the at-home workouts, I know we've been using a lot of body weight exercises. So we have loaded squats, we've been doing a lot of push-ups. We might be more ready than ever for our Murph this year. And we're really hoping to pull that off in some way. We aren't quite sure what that's gonna look like yet, but we're doing the training because we are planning on something for Memorial Day. You guys have 20 seconds left and we're gonna start again. So active rest again, but you'll have 6 of that before we start that set. And we're gonna go
The
through.
next one's our last one.
Yep, we're only got 1 more set. And we start in 3, 2, and 1, go. The reason I got this idea for this training is because the very first time I ever did Murph, my brain believed that I was capable of showing up and doing this with no training, and my body proved otherwise, because for about 4 or 5 days after Murph, I couldn't even open like a jar because my arms were so sore. It was painful, like to the point of being scary. So I vowed never to let that happen again, never to show up to something unprepared. And so I thought this was a good chance to use our at-home workouts to you guys prepare for something that I know we all like participating in. You guys are almost done. If you have time left, then do your active rest. Christy went back to pull-ups. 5 more seconds. And time. Good job, guys. You are done, but not really. So real quick on the finisher, the actual event for Murph begins with a 1 mile run and ends with a 1 mile run. So we have not done a 1 mile run to start, but I tried to incorporate some running drills. The finisher is to encourage you, or, and by encourage you, I mean, I actually want you to do it, like forcing you, a run or a walk. I don't care if it's a run or a run-walk combo or a walk, that you just go out there and hit the pavement for a little bit of time. And ideally, it would be right after the workout so that you can feel that fatigue and what that would feel like in the event of having to run a mile after you've already done all of the pull-ups, push-ups, and squats. So we aren't going to demo that, of course, but your finisher is at least 10 minutes of running, walking, or a combination of both right after the workout. And I want you to post about that you actually did it with the check mark, okay? Check mark, I did it, finisher done. Coaches, how did it feel?
Good. It was tough.
That was tough.
Good. So how do you think? You think you guys would feel ready to go run out there and run a mile?
Yes, I'm gonna go do it right now.
Okay. So I want you to check back in with me later and let me know how it felt.
I will let you know.
Christy, what about you?
Long, awkward silence.
Oh, Christy, doing it. Christy, come on.
Christy, I expect a text later.
Okay.
Okay. Guys at home, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank my coaches, Amy and Christy, for being my guinea pigs today on our Murph training. And I hope you guys are able to go ahead and do that finisher and follow up with me later. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Great job, guys.